All right, Power Play 1, welcome. Um, so a couple of things I want to talk about, and we'll start with the Power Play breakout. We're going to go to this on Sunday. So you'll notice that I've put your names in here and what we're going to do. So this year we're going to try something a little different. You'll notice that there is two new people on this, and Ben and Cleland, Key and Rizzy Kel. Obviously you guys know what you're doing. I'm going to kind of show you this once here, and then I'm going to show you a clip that kind of mirrors it, so you kind of get the idea. But assuming that a lot of people start with this formation, P1 may be up here too. But what it starts with is Kel behind the net with the puck. All right, and this requires these four guys hustling back. Austin, you're just going to kind of stay up here behind the D. I want D2 occupied with you. Now, there's a couple of ways that we can run this. Ideally, what we want to do is get the puck to Kean. And so, Kean, you are just basically laying in wait here. You're in no hurry. You could actually take your time coming back a little bit more. What's going to happen with this play, Kel, whether you're flushed or whether you're not, is, and I prefer you come out on your forehand side, and you're left-handed, so you're going to want to come out this side. So, again, skating with the puck, what you're going to do is you're going to try to come up here, and we're going to see what this power play, this penalty killer one guy does. Now, Ben, the trick to this is you got to be an escape for Landon. So the minute he starts moving, you're going to start running the wall, okay? And what's going to happen here, Ben, is either you're going to be the trigger for this or Kel's going to be the trigger, and it will depend on what these two guys do. This is a read and react play, all right? Cleveland, you're going to stay down here, just, again, being lost, looking for this guy here, just keeping him occupied, all right? Now, let's just say, for example, that PP1, or this power play guy, PP2, let's just say that he drops, okay? And he's going to be looking over to Ben, and let's say that PP1 kind of wants to follow Kel out into this area here, all right? So, Landon, let's just say that you can get up to around here before you really start to get into pressure. At this point, Landon, you have two options. The easy one here is to chip to Ben, but you got to watch this defenseman doesn't step up on him, all right? Because he's going to be thinking over here, all right? So the one thing that we really want to do is we want to get you to about here, and then I want you to basically turn around and key in. What you're going to be doing at this time is you're going to slowly follow Kel up, and you're going to come out into this area here, okay? Kel, what I'd like to do is drop a pass to Kean here, okay? And once you drop that pass, Kel, you are going to jump up into this area here, all right? And you're going to see why in a second, okay? So that's your job, all right? Now, that's one option, okay? The other option is if for whatever reason Kel gets pinched off by this guy here a little bit sooner, then it's going to become a pass. Let's just say he gets pinched here. He's going to pass it to Ben, okay? Now, Ben, you're really not going to have a lot of traffic, all right? So same thing, Kel. Whether you drop it back to Key in here or you give it to Ben, once you're done, all right, you're going to jump up into this area here, right? And you're going to see why in a second inside the dots. Now, Kel, if you drop past it and it goes to Key in, it goes. Ben, if there is a continued drop pass and you don't get the pass, you're going to continue to skate forward, all right? You're just going to have to slow your pace just a little bit because we're going to have to let something catch up, all right? Now, what happens here is, let's just say it goes to Ben. We're still looking for the same thing. Ben, in that case, you're going to drop it back to Kia, all right? So there's two options here to get it back to Kia, all right? And Cal, you really don't want to make a drop pass. You want to turn and put it on Kean's tape. Ben, same thing. You want this on Kean's tape, all right? So assuming that that's all done and we're able to get the puck back to Kean, I just want to clear all these lines, all right? All right? So let's get these out of the way, all right? So now, Kelly, let's say all this is done. Kelly, you're up in this area here. Ben, you're rolling up here. Now, Kean, you're going to just get the puck here, okay? So a couple of things we want to have happen, all right? You're going to start skating. Immediately, one of these guys who is up here is going to come, one of these guys is going to come to you, all right? Which is what we want. Basically, we've driven, my goodness, give me a second here, sorry. There we go. Immediately what we've done is we've driven everybody kind of over to this side of the ice, all right? So instinctively what we've done is open up here. Rizzy, this is where you have to time this. Once you see that drop pass to Kean, you're going to get on your horse and you're going to start blazing up here, all right? And this is where it gets really fun for the zone entry. Kean, because you're a good passer, this is the pass we want to see. Tape to Rizzy, all right? Now, Brady, you're going to take this pass on your backhand. The minute that Kean gets that pass, Cleveland, you have one job and one job only. Your job is to get this defenseman and get near him and start to cut. You want to draw him to the middle of the ice. All right. So whatever we do here, we want to try to open up a lane here for Brady. So when Brady takes this pass, Brady now can skate into the zone unobstructed. So D1's going to worry about Ben. Cleveland, D2, hopefully if he sees you start to cut across, even if you can make contact with him, because you know this pass is coming here, he doesn't. All right. So this is the play here. We're going to go one touch to Riz, and Riz is going to get it into the zone, and we're going to slow it down, and we're going to set it up and do what we want. Now, Brady, having said this, if D1, for whatever reason, turns and he's late coming back, and you can take this right in and have a shot on goal, have at it. All right? So let me kind of show you. I know it's a lot of lines. I'm going to show you what this kind of looks like in a video. All right? So I'm just going to go to here for a second. So this is St. Louis. Now, you're going to notice that, and I'll kind of call out your names. This will be Cal. This guy's a right. He's going to come out on the right side. It's 6 of one, half dozen of the other. All right? Just watch the delay here. And I'm just going to see if I can blow this up here full screen. Yeah. All right. So let's assume that this is Cal. All right. I'll just kind of walk you guys through this. All right. We'll play here. Come on. Let's go. Bear with me here. Don't know why that's not playing, boys. That's weird. Hang on a second. Let's try it again here. All right, so here we go. So we'll go full screen here. So Cal's basically going to lug this puck up. All right. I'm sorry for the. All right. And I'm just going to stop it here a bit further. Okay. So now we got a couple ideas. So in this particular instance, these guys are pretty passive. Most NHL guys are. You might get a little bit more pressure on you. So again, Ben, this would be you up here. Okay. And, technically I'd like you just a little bit higher because you're going to be an outlet for him. Mind you that he skated up this side. Kel, you're going to be skating up this side. So your drop pass is going to be right back to Kean. And if we think it works better with Kean coming here, but we're going to try it like this. All right. So this is going to be Kean, I believe, is going to get this pass. This is Kel. You're going to see Rizzy come into the play here. And Cleveland, you're going to be down here. You'll see this in a second. All right. So the play is back to Kean. All right. Now this would be Rizzy. So again, Rizzy, as soon as you see him start to make that pass, you're going to fly. All right. Now, Cal, once you've made the pass, you're going to break into this area here. Ben, we're going to change this up just slightly. You're going to be a little bit higher up here just in case we need an outlet, because in the NHL, they pressure not as much as we do here in the minor leagues, let's call it. All right. So now, Kean, you have this puck. All right. It's a couple of steps, and it's right onto Rizzy's tape. So again, we've got most of the people on this side of the ice, and I forgive the camera angle. Ben, again, you'd be a little bit deeper at this point. All right. And this is where you're going to see where Austin does his job. So again, this would be Cleveland. And again, he's got to tie up this defenseman and give him a lane. Okay. So again, even if Austin even picks this guy a little bit, it's going to give Brady a full line to move in. Again, Ben, you would be here, and Kel, this is the guy who originally made the pass. All right. So, and Cleveland here and Rizzy here, and Keane would come into it late. All right. So that's the idea of it. And how it works. Let's get my mouse go. Oh my dear Lord, I got 3 screens running here, boy. Sorry, hang on a second. There we go. All right, and he's going to walk right in and score. All right. So what it really does, there's the pass, and then if I just go back just a wee bit there, Austin, you'll see the pick. So just go back a bit more. Come here. It's really slow. Come on. So obviously, Austin, this would be you here. You're changing this guy. You're making him look at you. You're making him not see Brady come. And again, once you get this step and he gets the line, Austin, you want to jump right in here and fill that lane. All right. So again, he's just going to take it in. And then you see there, like Cleveland, he's a little slow. You'd like to see him come right in here. All right. And again, Kean, who made the pass, he's going to be the last guy coming into the zone. All right. So that's kind of what it's going to look like. And nice finish. All right. And here's what it kind of looks like. Again, he's coming out this side here to swing. The defenseman's coming up here. In our case, Keller will come up here, and he's got Ben to get it back to Kean, or he can drop it back to Kean, and then he's just going to fill in. All right, we're just going to use Ben as an option because obviously pros can run this a little better than we can, and we can adapt this as we go. All right, so that's what it looks like. I'll give you one more look at it in real speed here so you can see it. All right, so again, you're going to come up with it, draw the defender to you, drop it back, Rizzy full speed coming up, Ben follows up, Cleveland throw a pick, walk in. All right. So that's what we're going to work on in practice as far as the power play breakout is concerned. And it will take some time, but this is kind of what we're going to work on. All right. So if I stop that, now we're going to go to our set play. So what we're going to set up for here is what we typically call a 1-3-1. So you have 1, 1, 2, 3, and 1. This is also an overload to an extent too. And you'll find that a lot of these power plays, we'll use words like 1-3-1, umbrella, upside down umbrella, and overload. A lot of them are hybrids because they all kind of bump into one another. But what we're really looking at doing here is a set play where Cal will have the puck at the top. All right. And I should put in, so let me put in some P1 here for you guys here. So you're going to have P1. All right. And you're probably going to have P2 here. All right. Okay. And then you're going to have D1 here, right? Because he's on the strong side. And D2 over here, who's probably going to be interested in Cleveland. And we're going to get to that in a second because there's going to be a lot that goes on with this play, all right? So let's just say that D2 is here for argument's sake, all right? And, everything will be different. So the idea of this being a set play is that Kel is going to be at the top of the puck. What we really want him to do is we want Kel, even though he's left-handed, to walk the line. And what we're trying to do here is we're trying to get this penalty killer to chase him and this penalty killer to come after him. What we really want to do is really get a good isolation here and create a 3-on-1 down low. All right. So Kel, this again will be a tough play for you because you're left-handed. So you're walking on your forehand and you're going to have to sauce a puck back to Ben. Now, Ben, in this particular moment, you're going to just kind of swing out a little bit here and make this a slightly easier pass. Now, again, Ben, you're right-handed. So you're going to take this on your forehand. When you get it, all right, here's what's going to happen. And Rizzy, you're going to do this on this play. You're going to sneak right in here and you're going to run some interference on this guy right here. And you're going to be an option on the back door. All right. So Kel, once you've got everybody rolling this way, the idea is a backhand sauce pass to Ben. All right. Now, what that's going to do is one of two things. It's going to make this guy scramble to get back. So Ben, as soon as you get this puck, you're going to turn and you're going to start coming towards the net with it. Now, what that's going to do is it's going to drive this defenseman out towards you, okay? Kian, you're going to get yourself in the most optimal position. Again, right-hand shot, so you want to receive this on the forehand. Ben, you're a righty, so you got to watch the stick here. This puck's got to move. This is where it is. In Austin, you're going to find yourself somewhere in here away from D1, all right? What's going to happen is Ben's going to turn. Once this guy starts to come towards him, and Ben, you can suck him out quite a bit. Rizzy, you're now coming in here, and I want you on the inside of D2 so he cannot get to the middle. I don't want Austin covered. I want him picked, all right? So here's what's going to happen. Ben's going to suck this guy out, all right? And he's going to give it immediately to Kian. Kian's then going to turn, and he's going to bump that pass right back out to Cleveland, who's going to have an open shot at the net. Bang. All right. This is all set up by, again, getting the puck back to the top to Kel, Landon taking his time, let the PK set, bring this guy over, walk the line, toss it back. Ben, again, you're going to have to come out to protect him. And then, Ben, it's a quick turn walk in. You want this defenseman coming right at you. As soon as he does, bang to Kian, Rizzy, pick, Cleveland, back of the net. All right. So that's the one variant. The other one that we'll run, and we'll start with this one, will be, and I'll show it to you quickly here. Let me go back because we got a lot of lines here. All right. So same thing would start here, except in this particular case, we would start in the overload with Ben, and Ben would have the puck. All right. Now, what happens in this particular is what we call a pick and roll play, and we run this quite a bit. On this particular instance, all right, Ben's going to take a pass, let's just say, from Keller, from Kian, and Ben's going to, or Kian's going to yell, and you guys will come up with a name for this, but what's going to happen is Ben's going to give a pass. Ben's going to give a pass, not shot, pass. Come here, pass. Ben's going to pass it to Kian, all right? The minute that Ben does that, Ben's got one job. Ben's job is to go right to the net and pick this defenseman, all right? At the same time, Kel, you're going to slide over here, all right, and be an opening. Now, this P guy, he's going to turn, and he's going to start to come back as well. Rizzy, you're going to be the opening here. So you're going to want to sneak right in here, all right, and get open for a good 1T. Cleveland, on this particular play, your job is to come down here and pick this defenseman, and you want to just basically drive him into this area here. What we're doing here is we're taking away this part of the ice. Now, what happens with this, if it works out well enough, is two guys are driving the net, Rizzy's on the back door, and Kean has the puck and a stick, at which point Kean will then walk out like this. Now, a couple things can happen in this instance. If this guy forces him, Kean's going to throw a quick pass right cross ice to Rizzy for a 1T, all right? If this guy doesn't force him, or he doesn't think he can get that puck through, he can make a simple pass again as he rolls out to Kel, who's over here, all right? And if Kel gets it, Kel then is going to just walk to the middle in here, and he's going to have a shot with everybody crashing. So this is a play where we generally run it off of this side, and it has a couple of options. Now, that we will get to. A lot of the guys know this, and I can teach you guys this, and we can work these sets. I want to show you what this looks like, though. This is in the Leaf game from a couple years ago. So again, Kel, this guy's a right-hand shot, all right? So you'd have Kel here. You're going to have Ben here, all right? You're going to have Kean down low. You're going to have Cleveland here, and you're going to have Rizzy here, all right? Now, again, the only difference here is this guy's a lefty, this guy's a righty. So the hands aren't exactly the same, but the play works. So what you're going to see is Kel's going to walk everybody over this way. So you want to draw this guy, draw this guy. You notice this defenseman knows where he is, and Cleveland being up high right now, he's kind of in no man's land. And watch what he does. He gets lost here. So you're going to take this, and he's going to walk it. All right? This guy talks a little bit too much. Right, so what he's basically saying to Kel is, you know, as you walk out here, you got two options, all right? You could go down here to Rizzy, all right? Or, and if Rizzy got it, Kean could just bump out and we could look for a cross pass, or Rizzy can have a quick shot. Or we're going to do what we're going to try to do, which is we're going to get it back to, come here. I'm going to see if we can get it to where we want it to, all right? So again, he's walked over, perfect. So you notice that he sucked both the top two penalty killers over. Now, when we set this play, Kean will already be down here when we call for it. The real key here, Austin, is you got to get open. In the minute that you see this, Rizzy, you got to get inside this guy and you got to pick him. Kean, you got to get down here. So now watch how this rolls. All right. So again, Ben, you would have the puck now. All right. And again, right-hand shot here. And Ben, again, you're going to walk down this wall right-handed. So again, for our sets, this is a tough cross-ice pass for you. You really want to go down low to Kean on this. All right. We're just going to speed it up a little bit. Yeah. So I'm going to get here a little bit more. Bear with me. This guy yaks a lot. Okay. So again, you notice a couple of things that have happened here. So everybody is watching here. Look at how they've collapsed their box or their diamond. All right. Again, this for a lefty, this is a cross ice pass word. For Ben, this won't work for you. Kean, again, you're going to be right-handed, so you're going to take that pass here. Austin, this is where you want to kind of get into your area. And Riz, by this point, we're going to change this because we're not the Leafs. We're running it our way. You're going to be in here. Like, we are going to overload the net here. Like, this is full crash and burn down here, all right? So, again, Rizzy, you'll be on the inside. This defenseman's now looking here. When the pass goes to Kean, he's going to turn this way. He's going to turn towards the boards, not towards there. If this guy's picked, Cleveland should be wide open, all right? All right? All right, so let's watch this. All right, so let's watch this again. So, Ben, this has to be a really good pass, and Kean, you're really going to have to judge as a righty the angle that you can get in there to get away from that stick. And Austin, you'll notice how quickly he turns to open up for that. And Rizzy, you're hunting rebounds. You'll be right in here with them, all right? So, again, we'll try it both ways. I just don't want Austin, you know, I'd like him left alone. So if we can get Rizzy in there or Rizzy down low just to pick this guy, these two guys are going to be late. They're not going to move fast enough, all right? And again, this is pass back of the net, all right? Again, it's a beautiful play, all right? Watch it one more time. Again, Ben, you'll be right, so you'll have to change your angle ever so slightly, all right? It's going to go down here to Kean. Kean, you're going to have your stick right here. And then Austin, you're just going to turn, and you're ready for it. So it's, you know, it's Kel, him, walk, tick, toe, back of the net. All right. And again, you know, like I said, at some point we'll run this pick play here where, you know, Ben, you're going to pick him. Cleveland, you're going to pick him and both drive low. Keehan's going to get it, and Keehan's just going to walk right out here. And if these guys don't attack him, Keehan's going to go right across to Riz, or he's going to go back to the top. All right. So just some ideas I want you to see as we go into practice on Sunday for the power play. This is what we're going to work on. Any questions, again, just let me know. All right. That's good, boys. I will shut this down.